Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is going to be a very interesting video. We're going to go over the news and see what has happened, but before we do that, few things to discuss. Firstly, much appreciated for everyone in the comments yesterday that was leaving all their admiration for the brand new office. I mean, this is fantastic, isn't it? Although so, some of you were joking in the comments, but I got the suspicion some of you were actually being serious, thinking this is actually legit. Like, it might look legit, yeah, but yes, that may be Stamford Bridge, but I'm not at Stamford Bridge. The fact I've had to clarify that is just unbelievable. But anyway, I'm glad that it fooled you because it shows that it's a really good job. So much appreciated. This is going to be, as I've said, the scene, the setting for the foreseeable future. And there's a key reason why. You're about to get a reason why very soon. So keep your eyes peeled because in the next couple of days, you're going to get the answer. So make sure you're there for that. Now, before we get over the news and what has happened, let's get into two things. Firstly, that is to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Smash the like button if you do enjoy this, much appreciated. And on top of that, like I've mentioned, my Instagram was hacked, so I've got a new one. Make sure you're following. I'll leave a link down below. There it is on screen for you right now. It is in the description too, so make sure you're hitting that. But my old one, which is of the username at YOUNASTAILKS, right? I think some crypto miner, right, who's hijacked my account and completely taken it over, hacked it and compromised it. If you do come across them, block them. Please block them and report them. Must report. Much appreciated. That way they can disappear once and for all. Thank you all so much. Let's get into the latest. Now, a few of you were complaining, a few of you in the comments saying that the screen is too small. It's too small. We can't see it. No problem. Problem solved. Here's how. Let's get into it. Is this better? If you can't see this, you need Specsavers. It's as simple as that. I will leave the link even in the description if you want to, specsavers.co.uk. I am not even being promoted for that. They need to pay me for that. But let's get into the latest, starting off with this from the Mail on Sunday, clarifying that the sources close to Chelsea have revealed owners Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital are among those in favour of ending the 3pm blackout. Not just Chelsea, but we've got Manchester United as well that are in favour. The United Stand giving us the latest. Shout out Goldbridge. There is a growing clamour among Premier League clubs, including the owners of Chelsea and Manchester United, to scrap the Saturday 3pm blackout that prevents games in that slot being screened live domestically. On top of that, we have the blackout will remain in place until 2029 under the terms of the 25-29 domestic rights sales that will imminently go out to tender. But from 2029, an increasing number of top-flight clubs, already believed to be a majority, want all 380 Premier League games to be shown live in the UK. And I have to say, look, I am completely on board with this. 100%. Look, the 3pm blackout is outdated. It's old. There was a reason for it and there was a good reason for it, but that reason doesn't apply in 2023 or 2024. It hasn't even applied in the last 10 years, if we're being completely honest. What's that reason? The reason why there's a blackout, by the way, I'll explain what is a blackout. Some of you that are not in the UK are probably thinking, what is blackout? I will explain for you, no problem. Listen, the blackout is, so back in the day, here in the UK, to this day, but it started back in the day, the 3pm games were not televised. They were never televised, and they weren't televised as there was loads of games taking place at the same time, and I do believe it was a betting reason. But those 3pm games haven't been on television in the UK ever, right? That's why other slots are allowed on TV, but the 3pm on the Saturday are not. Back in the day, I think that was also the incentive to get people to go to the games, and the only way to watch that game is to be at the stadium. Now, we live in a time where if you want to watch a 3pm game, you can watch it. even if it's not on Sky, it's not on TNT, it's not on Amazon, or it's not on any UK broadcaster, all you got to do is go and look at another world broadcaster somewhere in either the Middle East or South America or even North America or Asia or wherever, and you will find that the games are being broadcasted there because they do have the rights to broadcast the game. All you need nowadays is an internet connection and you can see whatever the hell you want to see. So this is why the 3 p.m. blackout now is void. It doesn't make any sense because we can all see a 3 p.m. kickoff if we really want to, despite Sky, TNT and Amazon not broadcasting it here in the UK. So what does that mean? It means that there's no point. Get rid of it. Why this is even up for tender for 2025 to 2029 is beyond me. It doesn't make any sense. So the 3 p.m. blackout needs to be wiped off, eradicated, get out of here, see you later, but we're going to have to wait till 2029 for that to even become a possibility. So in the midst of that, we'll just have to, keep watching other channels, I guess, if you know what I mean. Now, let's move to Chelsea news. More Chelsea news. Chelsea feel their investment on Paez is an excellent piece of business. 2007 born gem breaking records while CFC signed him in March for a package worth up to 20 million euros, only in case of future add-ons will be activated. Kendry will join in 2025. Some of you are probably thinking, how come he can't join now? What's the reason? Why is it that he can't join now? Well, we can't join now because he's 16. And because he's 16 and it's only homegrown players up until the age of 18 that are allowed to feature for senior clubs, at least in Europe, because I know the rule applies in England, the rule applies in Spain, it applies in Europe. So that rule is a case of homegrown players from the age of 16, not a problem. But if you've got a player from abroad, they can't play until they're 18. Paez is currently 16. In 2025, he will be 18. He can come to Chelsea and he's allowed to play from that point onwards. So let him cook where he's cooking. Let him keep doing what he's doing, both for club and for country, especially for country. We can see right here on the screen, Caicedo and Paez have this weird, crazy link-up going on for the Ecuadorian national team. And the fact that he's playing for Ecuador at that age is just unbelievable. So fair play to Paez, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. I'll show you another picture actually. If we just, there we are, look at that one. How's that? Yeah, proper Chelsea. Now let's move to affairs away from Chelsea. Let me know your thoughts down below on Paez and what you expect. Much appreciated. Manchester United, we need to clarify the situation because obviously yesterday I gave you the video that Manchester United have not been sold to Sheikh Jassim. Sheikh Jassim has withdrawn. He is no longer in the race. And it's a clear path now for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to come in with a 25% stake. Unbelievable. But let's get into the detail. Fabrizio clarifies. Sheikh Jassim believes he would have been the dream owner for Man United. Trust me. Everyone does. Fully cash bid, clearing all old debt with zero new debt for 100% of the club. He is the only bidder who has offered to buy 100% of Manchester United. That is unbelievable, man. Investment package was worth more than $8 billion. $8 billion. Unreal. 1.5 of that is obviously that was going to go into the club, but the rest was for the bid. So $6.5 billion, which comes to about £5 and a bit billion. How has that been rejected? How? Like I said yesterday though, the Glazers are more than happy to take this bit by bit, get extra investment coming into the club, reap the rewards of that, help the club grow further, if it even does. At this point I don't even think it will, but on a financial level it might, and then try and sell for a higher price. They just want power and money. That's it. So look, Sheikh Jassim, he's out of the equation, but it's not going to be happening for him. It's going to be happening for this geezer, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 25% offer for Manchester United is contingent on sporting control, which explains, along with only going for a smaller stake, why he's valued the club substantially higher than Sheikh Jassim. It also has a path to eventual control. This is a whole thread. Again, a very, very, very long thread. I'm not reading all of that. So if you want to go and read all of that, please be my guest. But basically, the 25% stake that has equated to I think it's $1.8 billion or $1.5 billion that was put into this 25% stake. If you do take that into consideration and then you times the number by 4, you do end up with a bigger bid than Sheikh Jassim. That is true. I think that this could be a gradual process, even for Sir Jim Ratcliffe, where, as I've said before, that in the end, the Glazers will end up with more money than if they sold now to Sheikh Jassim. I think that's what they're relying on. Also, if the club does, if it does, improve on some sort of level, but financially at least, that way by the end of it, and by the time they do let 100% of the club go, they end up with more money. But in the meantime, they still have a hand on Manchester United, whilst the extra investment has come into the club. I think, obviously, for the Glazers, it's a win-win, but it goes to show that they don't have the interests of Manchester United at heart. They don't have the interests of the club as a football club at heart. They have the interests of themselves, their financial dealings, and any power that comes with it as first priority. Manchester United, the club, the team, the fans, they couldn't care less about. Simple as that. If not, they would have relinquished control to someone that is willing to take 100% of the club now, invest everything into the club, new infrastructure, new stadium, new facilities, money for transfers, everything. They would have absolutely agreed if they really loved Manchester United and cared for it and understood that they can't take it any further. That's not them though, and everyone knows that. So this is why I'm saying Manchester United right now, you're in the mud. You are in the mud. And I'm saying that, honestly, it's an absolutely crazy situation. We have Kave Solakol of Sky coming out and saying Sheikh Jassim walked away from the deal for Manchester United after refusing to pay more than double what the club is worth. One source says, what is happening is totally unreal. The Glazers' valuation is insanely fanciful. Sheikh Jassim offered them almost double the market capitalization. He was a cash buyer. He was going to clear all their debts. There would have been no new debt, and he was going to put in another £1.4 billion for the stadium and the team. See, this is my point. If the Glazers really cared for the club, they would have absolutely known that this is the bid that they need to take them to the next level. They said no. All that still wasn't enough for the Glazers. What we're left with now, after almost a year, is someone who's going to overpay for 25% of the club. They are arguably the greatest and most historic football club on the planet, and after a year, there's just one bidder, and he can only stump up enough for 25%. It's actually crazy. It's a joke. If they just wanted to sell a minority stake, they could have done it privately last November. That's very true. The market dictates what United are worth, not the Glazers or Rain. Remember when there were apparently 8 serious bidders? All along, there has only been one bidder for 100% of the club, so why should he bid against himself? Ratcliffe is overpaying, and any valuation higher than Sheikh Jassim is sheer lunacy. If he can only afford to buy 25% to start with, who is going to pay for the new stadium? Who is going to fix the leaking too? Who is going to pay for the new training centre and new players and community projects? United can't keep up with Brighton these days, never mind Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal, and don't even think about the likes of Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. And if they go with Ratcliffe, they get another shareholder. How does that help decision making? Where is the new vision and the new ambition? Where is the new engagement with the fans? Sheikh Jassim tried to bridge the gap between reality and lunacy on valuation. He did his best. That was absolutely spot on, and I have to say, Kave is not the best geezer, on the planet when it comes to sharing news. Although, yes, he's at Sky, but he likes to create some sort of controversy sometimes. But on this, I think he's absolutely bang on the money. Absolutely bang on. Sheikh Jassim I think he took it as far as he possibly could. And the Glazers are just the Glazers, and they're just not going to let that go. And they've, as this says, got in a shareholder. Also, who is to say that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is eventually even going to end up with 100% of the club if he's only starting off with 25? The fact that the Glazers weren't willing to sell now, you think they're going to be willing to sell later? If it does get better? Or does it get worse and then the valuation drops? Then it's just a lose-lose situation. So I honestly, I don't think the Glazers are going anywhere. Nowhere. They ain't going. I told you yesterday, they've given you the proper Wolf of Wall Street treatment. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. They're not leaving. So Man United fans, good luck. Because like I said, right now, It looks like your club is well and truly in the mud. Let me know your thoughts down below, much appreciated. And like the screen says, make sure you're following on the brand new Insta. Also, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, much appreciated. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. On top of that, do not forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this, much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. Let me know your comments down in the comment section below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, people. See you later. Take care, and peace.